Hey everybody, I'm Sifu Bodhi. Thanks for sharing your Qigong practice with me today. Well, last time we explored DNA and visualizing filling in that double helix. And this week, I want to move even smaller. I want to move below the quantum level because today we are going to do Qigong for interconnectivity. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. So let's step the feet out slightly wider than shoulder width. I want a nice wide base today so you're really stable, and pinky, big toe, heel evenly on the floor. Bend the knee, tuck the pelvis under, lift from the crown of the head. So we're in our nice rooted stance, totally relaxed. And we're going to start with just a few cleansing breaths as we talk. So what we're going to be visualizing today is if we can think about everything we can see, feel, hear, touch, and taste. All matter in the known universe at the smallest level is made up of vibrating waves of energy. Sometimes that's hard to conceptualize, but if we can think of, if we break down a tree, the grass, wood, ourselves, we break it down to small individual parts that come down to the molecular level, and those molecules are made out of atoms. Those atoms are made out of protons, neutrons, and electrons. And it's the electrons swirling around the outside of the atoms that give everything its physical structure and quality. And when we feel touch, what we perceive as touch is really just the edge of the electrons that make up the end of our skin of our fingers, and the electrons that make up the end of the skin of our other fingers coming in contact, coming in close contact. Remember, electrons actually never ever touch because they're the same polarity. They say like holding two magnets of the same polarity, holding them together, they repel each other. So when we press our hands together, even when we perceive touch, what we perceive as touch is actually those electrons just pushing away from each other. But once again, this is where we begin to perceive Qi, quantum energy, prana. Different words saying the same thing. So to start our practice today, let's get connected to feeling our own electromagnetic energy, our own Qi, and feel that inescapable connection of all energy. So to make it a little bit easier, if you pull your finger back, press the center of the palms together. Makes it a little bit easier because you generate a little bit of kinetic energy, a little bit of heat. And then we're going to gently roll. As the little plane rolls over. And you're going to feel that pressure, that repulsion, those electrons pressing against the opposite hand as you roll. It might be subtle. If you've been doing this a while, I bet you can feel it quite substantially. Just take a moment here, breathing nice and easy into your lower dantian. And I want you to make that connection, mental connection, to the pressure of the electrons pressing against one another, repelling one another, and feeling that connection, that interconnectivity. Now, it's often pretty easy to feel it in the hand with a little practice. But now I want you to gently lower your hands down to about waist height. And I want you to perceive, if you can, the ground beneath you. And I want you to gently shift your weight and see if you can feel the pressure as the electrons of your fingers press on the electrons of the air. And as those electrons press on the ground beneath you, you can feel that spongy connection. And it's such an incredible thing to make an energetic connection to this planet that we're all a part of. So let's just take a minute here And I want you to gently shift, and I mean really slow. The slower you go, the better. If you're moving quickly, it's really challenging, I find, to keep that connection and feel that pressure, that bounce. Make a connection to the grass. Make a connection to the earth, whatever's below you. Maybe it's the carpet, maybe it's the wood floor. Whatever it is, reconnect to the inescapable connection that we all share with the planet beneath our feet. Breathing in through your nose and out. Every once in a while, just give a little bounce to the hands. Feel that pressure. So much in Qigong we focus on these beautiful flowing movements, but at the highest level, Qigong is just about feel. It's not about a specific posture. It's about making a connection to the energy all around us, from the earth beneath our feet to the air all around us, to the sun above us. Grasping, understanding the fact that our connection is inescapable. Shift your weight. Now let's shift a little bit more, just shifting the weight a little bit more, dragging your hands across the ground, feeling all around you. You know, from an onlooker, the movement's simple, but the effect is profound. Connecting to the energy of this massive ball of life. It's such an incredible meditation. Just breathe and feel. And now let's change our awareness now from the ground. Let's move to the atoms, the electrons making up the air around us. And really slowly push against the energy around you that we're not able to perceive with our eye, but we can absolutely perceive with the sensitivity of our own energy. Feel it pressing against your arm, but maybe you can also feel it pulling as you move through, feeling the wake pull against your arm. The more we connect to the energy, the more we become entangled with it, the more we reinforce that seamless connection. And your hands don't have to look like mine, your movements don't have to look like mine. There is no right, there is no wrong here. I just want you to play and connect to the electrons, that pressure of the electrons, feeling the pressure against your hands, your arms, your clothing. Just change the direction. Just find your connection all around you. Explore. As I said, It's about feel. We can analyze concepts and have an intellectual understanding of energy. But healing is really about feel. And it is such a magical experience to be able to feel everything around you. Allow yourself to float, be supported by it. And it's, it is quite a neat thing as you start to feel the pressure all around you. It changes how you move, because you're no longer lifting your arms or your legs, but you're just sort of floating in eddies and currents and rivers of energy all around you. Sometimes you feel more pressure. Sometimes you feel less. Almost like we're in water. And that's why it's so important to move so slowly, to allow the perception, your sensory organs to interpret that vibrational energy. All around you. Feel it against your legs as you shift. Feel it against your back as you push. Just allow the breeze kicked up and you can feel a little bit extra pressure. As I said, there is no right, there is no wrong. Just move slow and connect your mind to feeling everything around you. You don't need to learn choreography. And there is a place for it, absolutely. It is important to learn the form, but then at some point you got to seek the formless. You got to learn the way. At some point, find your own way. And this is where this notion, this concept, this feeling of interconnectivity takes your practice to a completely different level. Stretch those feet out a little bit wider. Let's shift even bigger now. Keep it slow. Let the energy tell you how to move, where to move, what to move. Just this beautiful dance, bringing down, feeling that pressure, holding it, pushing it out, swirling and enveloping, pulling it down, gathering it up, solid, and push. Once again, it's totally up to you how you want to explore it. And now we're going to bring our palms up. And find the sun. Find that source of light and heat, of yang qi. And I want you to connect to it. Keep your mind quiet and your breath slow. And feel it all around you. Feeling it press down on your hands and your Bai Hui, the top of your skull. It's amazing when you suddenly make a connection. Yi Dao Qi Dao, where the mind goes, the Qi falls. When we make that connection to heat, all of a sudden we feel the heat. Feel the pressure of it all around us. And lastly, let's move and connect to everything. We feel the earth below. We feel the air around. We feel the heat above. All of these things are really no different. It's just the electrons pressing against our electrons. Yang Qi, Yin Qi, Kong Qi, Gu Qi, however you define that energy. It's just vibrating waves of energy that we are all seamlessly connected to. This is where your Qigong practice eventually will come to. I have faith in you. When you quiet your mind and you connect and you'll shut off that analytical voice and just feel. And suddenly you become this quantum explorer, exploring below what you can see, experiencing below what you can feel. It becomes just this amazing dance of energetic connection. Gently now, let's step our feet together. Really slowly with me. Let's take a few cleansing breaths. Deep breath in, feel it. Gather that white light all around you. Including that plane going overhead. I'm sure it's pretty loud. In. Bottom, raise a little wisdom water of the kidney. At the heart, turn over the heart fire. Deep breath in and out. So well done. This kind of practice I encourage you to do every day. Yes, learn your forms, learn your movements, learn all your specific movements to stimulate the acupuncture meridian, but at some point, forget it all. Let it all go. Breathe, move, and feel. And experience the interconnected world that we actually all share. Thanks for watching.